And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment to battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the third seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And this is it. Two teams enter, one team leaves here as national champions. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the running back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
I still love to see Oklahoma run the football and be able to show people they can get first downs by running the ball. I know their quarterbacks have been great in recent years, but the Sooners, when they want to be able to run the ball, you know they're going to run it. You still can't stop that offensive line and a great dynamic back. So good job here by the Sooners. Move the sticks.
Second down after that run on the previous play. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Can he make it to the marker? And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, I know it's here early in this game. Boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Receiver makes the catch. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Sooners lining up here on 1st and 10. Quick throw caught on the left side. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. He'll go down, but that stiff arm earned him first down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Looking to scramble now. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the return decides the single fair catch. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warrick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like King.
Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Not much on that play. Brought down short. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Looks to the left, and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. And that's the fullback making the catch. It was not a big concern for this defense when they built the game plan, but maybe they have to shift the focus.
Yeah, they have to, because this guy's athletic enough to be able to make that catch. This guy pounds those shoulders in to make blocks play after play. I think it's very nice to be able to see him finally show what he can do catching a ball like this.
Powers through a tackle. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen right here by this offense. They let the rushers get upfield, completely oblivious that the blockers are getting out in front and getting downfield, put the ball right on the back, let him have all that space and an escort in front of him to pick up big yards.
Ball back at the 6 for a second and goal off that loss. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
So play number 7 on this drive is a third down and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Automatic on the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. The kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a shotgun run call.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. The pass rush closing in. Trying to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's got it. And that is enough for a first down. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. And the Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. That's a big gain, finally brought down near the 37. The Sooners pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
On most of these counters, you leave the in man in the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire.
The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So 2 losses in a row puts them in a tough spot, 3rd and very long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking right, this one caught. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now. The Sooners will have to kick this away. Hunter comes out for the first time today, looking to pin him back. And the punt will bounce and go out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Short throw to the sideline, forced out after just a short gain. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. And he's just wide open over there downfield. Kirk, what happened on the covers that time?
Chris, I don't know how you lose the big tight end like that, but they did. I think it's just blown coverage. Whatever defense they were in, they need to make some adjustments, make sure that doesn't happen again.
Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket now. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. It's a fumble. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession.
Well, it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time, they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And we're able to get him down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down to be able to count for a touchdown. Does a great job towards the back line there. Doesn't go out of bounds. Goes up into the air and gets that 1 foot down. That's good. That's a score.
The extra point gives them a 14-7 lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They're pulling ahead now, 21-7. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Incomplete, but a late flag comes in. A lot of contact.
Man, playing defensive back has got to be the toughest job out there right now in college football. You get isolated on islands against these freaky, talented receivers. It's hard enough to be able to stay up with them and try to make a play on the ball, and often you end up bumping them downfield and you get a call like this.
They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he's going to rifle this one deep to the left side. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick this away to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Receiver makes the grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
You know, with the lead in the national championship in the second half, there are a lot of offensive coordinators around the country that would be more conservative, run the ball, keep the clock moving. I love the fact that this offensive coordinator takes a chance here, throws the football, shows the confidence he has in a quarterback, and it really pays off for him.
Second down after that previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Finally brought down to the 13-yard line. An enormous gain puts him in great scoring position.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way. Can they catch him? Tough running there. Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, just when it looked like they had complete control of the national championship, they turned the ball over. The only real mistake they could have made to give their opponent a chance to get back into the game, and they've done it.
Handoff here from the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, helping just with 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
That pass is caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looks to his left and makes the completion. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Boy, the defense missed an opportunity to here put a lot of pressure on this offense. They allow them to convert. They could have got them to 4th down with the lead that they have. Boy, this could have been a knockout punch.
And they'll run it with the draw play. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there. The Sooners will come to the line to crank up the tempo. First down, looking to throw the football. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Defense makes the saving tackle at the 3. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That's a crucial response for this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill curve.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down.
My gosh, this receiver is outstanding. A huge play for this Florida State offense. And I tell you, you and I have been coming into Tallahassee a long time. We've seen some great receivers. Guys like Johnny Wilson, most recently, a big, tall target. Anquan Bolden could do everything. Maybe one of my favorite players of all time, Peter Warrick. And going back to Fred Biletnikoff, played, of course, at Florida State.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That completion makes it 2nd and short. Takes the handoff on the counter play. tackle, but first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. The defense with more pre-snap movement. And it's intercepted, a crushing play. And he's got some open field ahead. Past the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. It's a takeaway and a touchdown, and this game is suddenly tied. What a moment in this championship game.
Yeah, just a sensational play by this defense right here. Their fingerprints are all over that, and you can see it. They weren't content with just getting a stop or getting a turnover. They wanted to score, and they did.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Checks this down to the running back.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
They'll give it to the running back. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Chris, really good job here by the quarterback and the receiver, but the defender does a good job of elbowing just enough to keep him out of bounds and prevents the first down.
4th down. He's throwing for it. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Now the 40. That's a potential game changer. The pick and the big return.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And now the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
So a crucial 3rd down play. To try a field goal from here would be 53 yards. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running out of time in the pocket. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
This is a nice job here by this defense on 3rd down. They take away all the options downfield, and they recognize the quarterback scramble. He almost comes up with his first down, but they keep him short to set up this 4th down.
And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Wow, you talking about a clutch kick. Good job by the snapper and the holder. The kicker gives them the lead. But remember, this one is certainly a long way from being over here in the 4th.
He'll take off from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from the slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him.
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight.
Not a real good throw here. He put too much air under the ball, turned into a floater. Now defensively, this is a dream. All you're thinking in that situation is just don't drop it. It's almost like a fair catch on a punt.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. And here's the handoff. Only gets a couple of yards there. It'll bring up 4th down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Sooners will bring their punt team onto the field. Money comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not much on the return, tackle at the 17, but a big interception for this defense. Now from the pistol formation. Handoff to the back. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that 1st down marker.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this 3rd down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
And 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a 1st and goal now.
Boy, Chris, you cannot overstate how big of a conversion this was to be able to pick this up on the ground. Yeah, the offense still has the lead, but you can just feel the defense having all the momentum with the points they've been able to compile. And that run right there picks up a 1st down and can kind of settle things down a bit.
That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. They're the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk. National champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season.